All right. Thank you for being the first interviewee as a part of our quarterly AII newsletter. Today, Dr. Siva is joining me from STS, an organization that AII has been working with very closely for quite some time, specifically around chemistry and wastewater management. But Siva, I'd love you to introduce yourself, provide a little bit of your background, and then we'll talk about our work together and what excites you about it.
Thanks, Kurt. Actually, this is a privilege for me actually to know that I am the first one. My name is Dr. Siva Pariti, and education-wise, I did my PhD Tech in Intermediates and Dye-Stuff Technology from Mumbai University, and I am working as a Senior Technical Program Manager from the Sustainable Textile Solutions, which is also the independent wing of Bluewin Limited. So many people don't know what is Bluewin. So it's an independent wing of Bluewin Limited, which is recently established in the UK. And we are having as a mission to actually contribute to the environmental impact reduction in the overall textile and manufacturing field of textiles and leather or footwear industry and fashion industry. The STS team is overall recognized as team experts who are having the expertise or knowledge on the processes, textiles or leather or chemistry in the dye stuffs technology. And we are identified as to amplify the best practices to reinforce in the facilities with the practical knowledge, to impart the practical knowledge and practical solutions to improve them and create impact. So I'm proud of actually working for this organization, which is having almost 50 plus experts across the globe. And I personally feel really passionate about working with these kind of experts, because every day is really a new day for us, and we live every single moment in the field of knowledge. So that's what is all about STS.
Yeah, well, so with that, what draws you to this work? What draws you to improving environmental performance across the industry?
It all started almost like 12 to 15 years before, because otherwise it was dull, routine lab work for me. I started as a lab manager, as a product safety manager and a lab manager. So chemistry, enjoy it. It gives you kick, but when you go to the factory and listen to people and understand why things are happening in that manner to the people, it gives you a next level. So I started enjoying every single day and analyzing why he is doing that. Is it because of there should be some reason for doing a particular action. And I wanted to analyze, and I started analyzing them and slowly thinking that, okay, there are many ways of making the person understand what he is doing can be improved, rather than tell him that this is not the right way to do it. So slowly, people started engaging. That engagement started more and more attractive and passionate, and slowly this has become like a narcotic drug to me. So without a mill and engagement with the discussion with the production manager or processing manager or EHS manager, it becomes little bit that you are missing something. So
Yeah.
that passion drove, and that's how we created long engagement. And even today, every day we are learning. So that's also another thing, that you never feel that whenever you are talking to anyone new person or the old person in a new topic, you learn something. When you talk, you learn a lot. So that is where you are engaging and enriching yourselves, and rather than sitting in office and reading books or reading some newsletters or something like that. So this is one unique thing that, and also when you share, when you talk to your own colleagues and your team, you learn a lot. So this learning process is still continuing. That is why we are still passionate about the work. Otherwise, I think it would be routine.
Thank you. I had no idea that you worked in a lab previously. I think we could do a whole story about how people ended up where they are in their positions within this industry. That's fascinating. And what you just shared, I think, is a nice segue to a follow-up question. Talk about the work that we've been doing together. Of course, I could share some things, but I'd love from your standpoint, what it is that STS and AI have been working on together, and what you're excited about.
I have been waiting for when will be our program call. You know, always it has been always a pleasure to have the meetings right from the beginning when we met in US when Linda was actually introduced to this because I've been excited. There are two reasons for that. Number one, you are meeting someone who is really knowledgeable. That's good. But the number two is most importantly, we have a mission to work on to create the most difficult job in a most simple manner because the 10 best practices CBD program is all about making complex things simple and creating a simple solutions in all the complex world out there. So we are talking about creating 10 best practices in the field of chemical management, wherein you are having large number of inequalities like processes are not the same, substrates are not the same, cultures are not the same, people are not the same. And then we are talking, no, all of them should follow 10 best practices. That's the first challenge which was given by you people to me to think. And I was not thinking at all because till then we had so many kinds of chemical management programs, so many varieties, many countries, many pilots, many programs. But then that challenge what you gave, no, I want 10 best practices which needs to be managed by every single mill, which is followed and which will be relevant to every single mill. That is a big challenge, and that challenge created more interest and passion and zeal in it. And then the technical discussions were so much depth with the Linda and you people, every single program coordinators and the people who are managing, including you, Ilichi, me, Tamara, and Linda. Everyone come with a separate skill set. Every single skill set is complementary, and that is what is unique. Uh, and that's also adding value to this program. That's why I like this program so much that I believe in it, and then I really think that this is one unique program and there is no other program like this which I know. According to me, there is no other program according to me which is anywhere near to this program because of the depth in which and the systematic processing way in which it is being derived at, and every day it is still evolving. I would not say it is complete, but we are nearly there, almost like we are nearly there to launch it in the scale up also. So
Yeah.
that is more exciting for me, meeting and having the discussions.
So on that note of the pilot that's currently underway, we're well into a pilot with 7 facilities in India.
Yeah.
What has been your experience thus far? Obviously, we had a very tough approach. You know, we were very aggressive in trying to focus our efforts within this pilot. What has your experience been so far? What has been interesting to you within the pilot work that we currently conducted, and that will be interesting going forward?
Yeah, so while we are doing the pilot, we wanted also a conscious decision that we wanted to experience all the different types of variables, like we wanted a laundry and a dyeing house, which is exhaust, continuous, all types of varieties in the pilot to ensure that we wanted to practically experience the differences into this program. And this is, as I said, it is a unique program. The interest level on the ownership, which I am getting it from the mills, I have never seen this kind of ownership. Could be because this program is more of listening and mentoring and guiding rather than telling them what is not good, what is good, and how they should do, what they should do. Probably that, but it's like, as I said, there is a lot of man management skills and psychology involved in this program, which is the real success actually. And we got to understand why mills are not following it, have they tried it, what made them not to follow it, etc. All these aspects are really important for us, and that is the reason why I think the owners are and the ownership on the top management is fully dedicated. And I've seen all the mills who are participating in this are really positive. Even in this COVID situation, they are responding back to us that when is it happening again and all that. So that is really good sign for us.
So our goal when we embarked on this program was to create something that's scalable, that the industry as a whole can use, that we essentially will gift to the industry to bring the type of change and progress along a set of criteria aimed at chemicals management and wastewater management. What are the barriers that you foresee in us achieving that? Or do you see any roadblocks that we might hit as we look to expand this process further?
So, firstly, the barrier would be that the tools. So, in order to achieve the tools or the system boundaries, there are many available right now. This is not a topic which is new, but this is also mostly misunderstood topics many times, or misinterpreted topics, I would say. And everyone have done in their own way in the facilities. And what is right and what is wrong also is something. It's a debatable question. So intent is need to be understood rather than there is nothing black and white in some cases. So that's the first challenge we had to face. So we need to create the tools because all we are there to help the mill to improve rather than create a tool to create problem for the mill. And another thing is, of course, the roadblock is COVID, because otherwise by now we would have really achieved much more than what we wanted. And because of this situation, we had to little reinforce things into a different manner. We had to delay a little bit, and maybe instead of going on site, we have to do virtually. So we have to reinvent ourselves and to make things happen, because there is lot of interest from the mills which are happening, and they are also listening to the points which we are looking at, even at this situation where they are not having a real nice situation or a tough time which they are facing right now. So these are of extremely challenging times. Other than that, I don't see big obstacles, because the program is so robustly created, it can fit in and run. It's plug and play now, almost, with the right people doing it.
That's incredible. And I look forward to taking it forward with you. With that, what do you see as the potential for this work going forward?
Very, very huge potential. In fact, I am a very believer of this program. I'm 100% believing in it and imbibe. I cannot think of any other mill which would not benefit from this program, because it's not about compliance alone, it's about sustainability, optimization, and also reducing the resources and the improvement. So I see that every mill would be happy to engage with it, and there's a huge amount of potential, and they will be generating a lot of savings also. But it should be done in systematic manner rather than all at once. So that's also a part of the program, because the way in which program is actually rolled out is not to rush everything and slowly do things in a proper manner. So I think the program is having a lot of potential in where mills would be happy to be engaged with, rather than not happy, because they are not doing it because some brand is wanting them to do, but they are doing it because it will help them to improve.
I agree, Siva. Thank you so much for taking the time to be interviewed, our first interviewee, and to work so closely with AII on program deployment and development. It's truly been an honor to work with you.